Welcome back to News 46. Now let's join Alicia Cook with your entertainment this week.
Newlywed rock icon Billy Joel has become a father for a second time. The 66-year-old's fourth wife, Alexis Broderick, gave birth to daughter Della Rose Joel in New York early this morning. The baby's arrival comes just weeks after Joel and Roderick tied the knot on July 4th. Della Rose is Joel's first child with Roderick. Joel is also dad to singer 29-year-old Alexa Ray Joel, his only child with model Christy Brinkley, who he was married to from 1985 until 1994. It's been 6 months since Brian Williams was suspended without pay by NBC News for telling an exaggerated story about a helicopter mission during the Iraq War. The network confirmed that the suspension is over. Williams will assume a new role as a breaking news anchor for MSNBC in mid-September, but no date has been set. The suspension began in February after Williams was forced to recant his claim to have been aboard a helicopter that was struck by a rocket-propelled grenade in 2003. Soon, Williams and NBC faced questions about other suspicious anecdotes he had shared publicly over the years. As the controversy became a media firestorm, the network dealt Williams a 6-month unpaid suspension as anchor of the top-rated NBC nightly news. The crash that injured comedian Tracy Morgan was caused by a fatigued truck driver speeding along the New Jersey Turnpike without his automatic braking system engaged, federal investigators ruled Tuesday. The National Transportation Safety Board found that the Walmart truck driver who struck the limo carrying Morgan was traveling 65 miles per hour before the collision near Cranberry, New Jersey, in a construction zone where the speed limit was 45 miles per hour in the early hours of June 7th, 2014. The driver, 35-year-old Kevin Roper, had commuted overnight 800 miles from Georgia before picking up his load in Delaware and pushed ahead despite having 57 more hours to deliver the load. A driver and 6 passengers were in the limo when the truck hit it. Morgan, a former star of Saturday Night Live and 30 Rock, suffered head trauma, a broken leg, and broken ribs. He and others were returning from a show in Dover, Delaware. Comedian James Jimmy McNair of Peekskill, New York, was killed in the crash. That is your entertainment this week, and I am Alicia Cook.
A massive explosion shook the northern Chinese city of Tianjin late today, killing 13 and injuring nearly 260 people. The cause was not immediately clear. The explosion erupted at a warehouse for a logistics company at a port area. The explosion tore through a warehouse storing dangerous goods in the Binhai area. The initial blast triggered secondary explosions, setting off local tremors. Residents said the blast shattered windows and fish tanks. And the annual Walk Run for Hope will be happening on September 12th. You can sign up now for the event.
Well, we're looking to get started for the Walk in Memory, Walk for Hope, which is an event that is put on by the Nevada Suicide Prevention Coalition out of Las Vegas. This is the 9th year that they have done this walk. However, it's the 4th year in Pahrump. And NYCC is helping organize the event. It will be at Ian Deutsch on Saturday, September 12th, starting at 8 a.m. We're currently looking for vendors that have anything to do with the mental health community, that may have access to people that are either going through possible suicidal ideations, maybe have dealings with their families that have lost loved ones to suicide. If they'd like to put up a table to get those resources out there to our community, they can go ahead and sign up with us at the coalition. They can go online through the Nevada Suicide Prevention Coalition and sign up for the walk as well.
And also people who would like to walk.
Yes, the walk is free. If you would like to have one of the t-shirts from the walk, they do ask for a $20 donation for the t-shirt itself, but the walk in itself is free. It's a wonderful event. It's a great way to come together and, remember the people that we've lost to suicide, but also, to walk for prevention and hope and, keep things going in the forward direction.
For more information, is there a number?
727-9970.
And now here's Noah Began with today's Angie's List report.
It doesn't matter if you're going across town or across the country. Moving your home and family can be stressful. There's a lot to consider when hiring a mover and even more to think about if you do it yourself. In today's Angie's List report, Angie Hicks helps take the worry away and keep the focus on enjoying your new home. The first thing to do before any move is declutter. Get rid of anything you aren't absolutely sure you'll need. That will save you time and money once the moving actually begins. If you decide to do it yourself, check your insurance to determine if additional coverage is needed to cover valuables that could get lost or broken. If you hire a professional, make sure you have an ironclad agreement on the duties to be performed and what the final cost will be.
Require an in-home estimate so the mover can actually see what they're going to be moving, because let's be honest, we all probably underestimate what's packed in our homes. And then ask for a binding estimate if possible. That way you're not surprised in the end, and a flat rate estimate is a great way to go as well.
Insurance is also an important issue when you hire a pro. All companies will offer some coverage at no additional cost, but that may not be enough should something go wrong.
All movers need to be insured, but that insurance is only at the rate of 60 cents per pound per item, so that's not going to take you very far. All companies have different policies. Our policy is that we will stand behind our work, and if something does happen, we'll make sure it's fixed or repaired.
You'll also want to double check on who specifically is transporting your stuff. It's not always the company you've hired.
Be sure you know who's actually going to be doing the moving. In some scenarios, you might be talking to a mover who then subcontracts it. You want to know who's actually going to be doing your moving.
You may also need to make special arrangements for certain items. Many companies won't take a lot of household chemicals or motorized yard equipment if you haven't completely drained the fuel and properly prepared it for travel. Angie recommends taking a thorough inventory of all items you're moving. Know the exact number of boxes that are being transported and take photos of as many items as you can. If anything comes up missing, those photos will go a long way in getting you reimbursed by the movers. I'm Noah Began for News 46.
And when we return, we'll have your weather with Noah Began, so don't go anywhere.
News 46 weather is brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. Today is Wednesday, August 12th. Today we had partly cloudy skies and a 20% chance of rain. You might have seen a few storms outside. Today we had a high of 100 degrees. Your average temperature around this time of year is 103 degrees. Winds were coming from the south today at 10 miles per hour with gusts up to 20 miles per hour. The UV index today was 9, which is very high. Humidity was at 21% today. Sunrise was at 6 o'clock this morning, and the record high back in 1937 was 115 degrees. Well, tonight we'll have clear skies with a low of 72 degrees. Your average temperature around this time of year is 80 degrees. Winds will be coming from the northeast this evening at 7 miles per hour with gusts up to 12 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 38%. Sunset will be around 7:39 this evening, and the record low back in 1949 was 60 degrees. Well, tomorrow we'll have sunny skies with a high of 104 degrees and a low of 74 degrees. Winds will be coming from the south at 10 miles per hour with gusts up to 17 miles per hour. Humidity will be at 24%. Sunrise will be at 6:01 tomorrow morning, and the UV index will be 10, which is very high. For our 7-day forecast, we have sunshine all the way across the board. Your high temperature will be starting off at 104 degrees tomorrow. That'll be working its way up, peaking at 108 degrees on Sunday. That'll work its way down to 102 degrees by next Wednesday. Your low temperatures will be starting off at 74 degrees tomorrow. That'll be working its way up, peaking at 75 degrees on Saturday, and working its way down to 69 degrees by next Tuesday.
Thank you, Noah. Well, folks, that does it for this edition of News 46. I'm Monique Mitchell. And from everyone up here at News 46, we wish our viewers and KACE 95.9 listeners a great evening, and we'll see you here again tomorrow. Until then, good night.